Hi, welcome to Storytime Live. Today our setting is a little bit different. We're doing it from Miss Jeanna's house. Are you guys ready to read some stories and sing some songs and play some games? Come on! Now, if you've ever watched my story times, you know that I like to hint what my storytime theme is. A lot of the time, I put a picture over here, and in that picture, it's blocked off, so you have to guess based on the shape. But today, I'm going to show you some animals. There they are. I see an alligator, and I see a lizard, and I see a turtle there. Now, what do you think our storytime theme might be? All of these animals have one thing in common. Do you know what it is? That's right, they're reptiles. Today's story time is all about reptiles. Before we get started with our first story, I thought we can do a welcome song. Do you know the song If You're Happy and You Know It? That is such a good song. But because it's a reptile theme, we are going to do it with reptiles. So, if you're a crocodile and you know it, snap your jaws, snap. Snap. If you're a crocodile and you know it, snap your jaws, clap, clap. If you're a crocodile and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a crocodile and you know it, snap your jaws, snap, snap. How about a turtle? If you're a turtle and you know it, hide in your shell. If you're a turtle and you know it, hide in your shell. If you're a turtle and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a turtle and you know it, hide in your shell. And last, a lizard. We're going to pretend we can climb up a wall, okay? If you're a lizard and you know it, climb up. If you're a lizard and you know it, climb up. If you're a lizard and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a lizard and you know it, climb up. If you love reptiles and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you love reptiles and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you love reptiles and you know it and you really want to show it, if you love reptiles and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! Our first book is called Alan's Big Scary Teeth. What kind of reptile is Alan? He's an alligator. Alan's Big Scary Teeth. Alan came from a long line of very scary alligators. He was known throughout the jungle for his scaring. It was what he did best. Alan would start each day polishing his scales, sharpening his nails, and brushing each of his big scary teeth for at least 10 minutes at a time. And after practicing his frightening faces in the mirror, he'd sneak into the jungle for his morning round of scaring. Alan went snap, snap, and grrr, grrr. He said things like, I'm big scary Alan, fear my razor sharp teeth. He made the frogs leap off their lily pads, the monkeys tumble from the trees, and the parrots screech in terrible terror. Snap, snap, grrr. Eek, snap. I love being scary, said Alan. After a long day of scaring the jungle animals, Alan would head back home to the swamp, relax, finish a crossword in the Jungle Times, and take out his false teeth. Nobody knew about Alan's false teeth. False teeth means his teeth are fake. He takes them out every night. Good night, teeth, sweet dreams, my scary snappers, Alan would say as he put them away carefully in his super secret hiding place. One morning, Barry the beaver was up early collecting wood and came across a dozing Alan. Terrified that Alan might wake up and gobble him whole, he quickly dived behind a bush. That was close, thought Barry, just as a set of false teeth fell out of a bush with a very familiar snap, snap. When Alan awoke, his teeth were gone. My teeth, where are my teeth? What could he do? Maybe no one would notice? Could he still be scary without them? He decided to head into the jungle as usual. He made the frogs leap off their lily pads, the monkeys tumble from the trees, and the parrots screech with laughter. Alan just wasn't very scary without his teeth. Ha 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 ha, hee 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 ha ha. Alan slunk back to the swamp. He had never been more embarrassed. He came from a long line of very scary alligators. Scaring was all he had ever known. What would Alan do now? Poor Alan began to cry, just a little bit at first, but then the tears kept coming. He howled and yowled more than all the jungle babies put together, and he could not stop crying until the next morning when all the animals turned up at Alan's swamp with his big scary teeth. "Give me back your teeth," said Frog. "Really?" said Alan. "On one condition," said Parrot. "You have to stop scaring us, Squawk." "But what'll I do? I don't know anything else." "We have an idea," said Frog. And so every day, after polishing his scales, sharpening his nails, and brushing his big scary teeth, Alan headed to the jungle and became Alan the gardener, Alan the hairdresser, and Alan the dentist. But every night he became Alan the big, scary storyteller, thrilling the jungle animals with his terrifying tales. "Whoa, I love being scary," said Alan. And sometimes he even let Barry borrow his teeth. Grrr! The end. We're going to sing a little song about a turtle. So we're going to have our little turtle friend here, and I'm going to sing a song. And I want you guys to follow along with my hands, okay? I had a little turtle. I put him in a box. He went swimming in the water. He climbed up all the rocks. He snapped at the mosquito. He snapped at the flea. He snapped at the minnow, but he didn't snap at me. He caught the mosquito. He caught the flea. He caught the minnow, but he didn't catch me. This is called The Mix-Up Chameleon by Eric Carle. On a shiny green leaf sat a small green chameleon. It moved onto a brown tree and turned brownish. Then it rested on a red flower and turned reddish. When the chameleon moved slowly across the yellow sand, it turned yellowish. You could hardly see it. When the chameleon was warm and had something to eat, it turned a sparkling green. But when it was cold and hungry, it turned gray and dull. When the chameleon was hungry, it sat still and waited. Only its eyes moved up, down, sideways, until it spotted a fly. Then the chameleon's long and sticky tongue shot out and caught the fly. That was its life. It was not very exciting. But one day, the chameleon saw a zoo. It had never seen so many beautiful animals. The chameleon thought, "How small I am, how slow, how weak. I wish I could be big and white like a polar bear." And the chameleon's wish came true. But was it happy? No. "I wish I could be handsome like a flamingo. I wish I could be smart like a fox. I wish I could swim like a fish. I wish I could run like a deer. I wish I could see things far away like a giraffe. I wish I could hide in a shell like a turtle. I wish I could be strong like an elephant. I wish I could be funny like a seal. I wish I could be like people." Just then a fly flew by. The chameleon was very hungry, but the chameleon was very mixed up. It was a little of this and a little of that, and it couldn't catch the fly. "I wish I could be myself." The chameleon's wish came true, and it caught the fly. The end. For our next reptile song, we are going to sing about a crocodile, a very, very hungry crocodile. And what do we have here? We have some monkeys in a tree. Do you know how many monkeys we have? Can you count with me? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monkeys. 5 little monkeys swinging in a tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, "You can't catch me." Along comes Mr. Crocodile, quiet as can be, and snap! Oh no! How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little monkeys swinging in a tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, "You can't catch me." Along comes Mr. Crocodile, quiet as can be, and snap! Only 3 left. 1, 2, 3. 3 little monkeys swinging in a tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, quiet as can be, and snap! 1, 2 monkeys left. 2 little monkeys swinging in a tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, quiet as can be, and snap! And what do we have left? Just 1 little monkey swinging in a tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, quiet as can be, and snap! No more monkeys in the tree! This book is called We Found a Hat. Now before I get started, I just want you guys to know that my baby son is actually in the room with me. So you might hear some baby sounds, and he might even crawl over and try to look at this book. So just bear with me. We found a hat. Part 1, Finding the Hat. We found a hat. We found it together. But there is only 1 hat, and there are 2 of us. How does it look on me? It looks good on you. How does it look on me? It looks good on you too. It looks good on both of us. But it would not be right if one of us had a hat and the other did not. There is only one thing to do. We must leave the hat here and forget that we found it. Uh-oh, looks like this guy's not forgetting though. He has his eyes on that hat. Part 2, Watching the Sunset. We are watching the sunset. We are watching it together. What are you thinking about? I'm thinking about the sunset. What are you thinking about? Nothing. Uh-oh. I think we know what that turtle's thinking about. The hat. Part 3, Going to Sleep. We are going to sleep. We are going to sleep here together. Are you almost asleep? I'm almost asleep. Are you all the way to sleep? I am all the way to sleep. I am dreaming a dream. What are you dreaming about? I will tell you what I am dreaming about. I am dreaming that I have a hat. It looks very good on me. You are also there. You also have a hat. It looks very good on you too. We both have hats. Did you see what happened? The turtle came back. And we also have a friend here. See? The end for me and my baby. Before we go, I thought we would play a game together. This is an action game. So I want you to get up on your feet and we are going to follow along with the pictures of the animals. I hope you learned a little something about reptiles today. Reptiles can be things like crocodiles, alligators. It could be turtles and tortoises. They can be snakes. They can be lizards. But one thing that some people might think are reptiles are frogs, but they're not. They're amphibians. That is why they were left out of this story time. And did you know, if you've been to the library, you might have met our little lizard, Lizzie. She's actually a bearded dragon, and she is a reptile as well. So we are going to act like all of these reptiles, and we are going to start with a crocodile. What do you think a crocodile likes to do? Does it open its big jaws and snap? Open, 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 and snap. And one more time, open, open, open up, and snap. Very good. Next, we have a turtle. I want you to move in place, but super slowly. Is that what turtles do? They go super, super slow. And we're gonna turn into snakes now. Slither. Put your hands together and slither like a snake. And finally, a lizard. Lizards like to lounge nicely in the sun, so why don't we pretend we're sleeping? Good night, little lizard. I hope you guys had fun during the story time. I'll see you soon. Bye.